welcome to the 28th episode of Strategic Zoomcast. You're watching Jove's Folks Grenadiers. He is Okave. He is on Argentine Crossings, and he's up against HelpingHans, the plucky Brit playing as the dastardly Soviets. I'm AE, and I'm back, baby. I've missed this hobby, I've missed Company of Heroes, and I've missed casting this game. I see this on the co2.org replay section. It's one of the only times I've even checked that website in months, and I've been seeing the patch notes come through. It's piqued my attention, and I think this game's ready for one last hurrah for me. And I hope that in 2017 we see some major tournaments, and I hope for myself I can get myself back into the casting game, clear off the rust, get rid of any stumbling, any missing major engagements, any lack of knowledge, any non-understanding of meta. From what I've gathered, it's going to be pretty easy to understand. It's Soviets, guards, and penals all over the place. Right now, I'm glad to see that we do see a support weapon Companea from HelpingHans, so tier 2. So it's not going to be the prevalent meta from Soviets in this game. It is, however, going to be the prevalent strategy of Argentine Crossroads from Jove. He's going straight for this northern cutoff. Maxim immediately trying to stop him, suppressing him. He does manage to neutralise the cutoff before Hans can capture the fuel. Not a bad little capture for Jove, but he will turn that suppression into a pin. No, he does manage to capture. Second Maxim entering the fray, and the Folks Grenadiers having to make a hasty retreat away from that situation. Stern Pioneers gravitating around this heavy garrison. They do instead go for the heavy green cover. Stern Gevers capturing one fatality whilst they travel to it.
You need something demolished?
Clever denial of cover here from HelpingHans. He knows that's a very good place to flank. So it's not denying of cover at all. He's trying to bottleneck Jove into his Maxims. Very interesting strategy. He does have two Maxims now, two conscripts. All the while Jove, he's gone for a steady build. He does of course have a Kubelwagen. Doing some great backcapping there. Conscripts cannot duke it out against the Folks Grenadiers in the garrison. They know they're outgunned there temporarily. Gonna have to go back to base and lick their wounds. Here we go. So this is the idea of the funnel. And he knows it's there, Jove. He's a very clever player. Obviously, arguably, well, he is the 1v1 player with most hours in the game in 1v1 matches. So he is a wily old fox, is Jove. Here comes the Kubel. For those that have never seen a strategic zoomcast, it is a very, very useful innovation of mine. It allows you to pan out in the later stages of the game and survey the action as it gets more hectic. Early stages, I do like to try and keep it at a more traditional camera angle. We've got the Rock 9 on the combat engineers, pushing away the Stern Pioneers. Very costly unit to lose. And pushing them away with tenacity. Look at them. They're like a dog that smells blood. No, it's meant to be a shark that smells blood. I don't know what dogs you've got at home, but hopefully they're not smelling blood and trying to burn you to death. That's not usual canine activity. Maxim does have a narrow cone of fire. Folks Grenadiers aren't able to make it around. I mean, what's the kind of game that can pull a 6-month retired caster out of retirement? It's the one that was described like this one in the replay section. Basically, if you're 4 minutes 57 seconds into this game like you should be, I've got a very good feeling that we could be in for an absolute smashing game. Folks Grenadiers gunning the Maxims down. They're pushing the Pram away from them as fast as they will go. We do have a selection from Hans. He's gone for the meta-orientated strategy of the guards. One of the most popular commanders ever in Company of Heroes. Maxim keeps the combat engineers in the fight. They do climb to 1 pip of veterancy. All important veterancy for the combat engineers. As soon as they get to 2 pips, we've got the repairing at faster speed and 3 pips repairing without higher received accuracy. It's all flooding back to me now. These conscripts have been compromised. Their cover is one directional, and Folks Grenadiers are peeking around the corner there. They know it as well, the conscripts. They're going to have to make a hasty retreat. Good surveillance of the situation from Hans. Elsewhere in the west, it seems the Soviets have outgunned the Germans. Here come the guards. The elite core of the Soviets. It's only in a later war that Stalin allowed there to be, you know, concepts of hierarchy and superiority in the Red Army, and the guards were the embodiment of that. Here comes the 9 flamethrower. Very good de-garrison from Jove. He gets out of the building instantly, and I get excited about that because it shows a high degree of micro ability. Always nice to see. Maxim's in a difficult situation. We did just see the incendiary grenade go in. They're trying to stick it out though. Seemingly not Hans. He has now gone away, and the Volksgrenadier doesn't like the look of those guards. Gets the hell out of dodge. Kugelwagen nearly met a demise off camera there. 6 kills though, doing well for itself. 1 pip of veterancy. We could be seeing detection utilised late game to try and keep it in play. It's always nice to see the Kugelwagen get utility in a late game. Nice moment in a lull of activity to talk about the 1.4 patch that is coming out. I believe light vehicles are being looked at to make them much more useful in the late game, so it'll be good to see that across the board. Have the guards got the munitions for their grenade? Will they be throwing it? Could be throwing it very shortly. No, instead they don't want to lose any models. They have lost 3 now. They are very costly to lose. Here comes the flamethrower. Better late than never. Would have better have been to on time though. Very conservative usage of the field gun from Hans. No vehicles on the field yet, and he has gone for battle group headquarters, has Jove. So although the field gun will obviously prove necessary at some point in the game, it didn't need to be utilised right now in my opinion, and I always like to point that out because even though I don't even play this game anymore, you can always spot areas for improvement from players that are excellent and amazing players such as Hans, because this game is that damn hard. Even at the highest level, you will still see mistakes made. Nobody plays a perfect game. So for example, Dev M, even in some of his most crushing victories, he always makes mistakes, and it's such a ridiculously difficult game to play. Hoorah! There, pops just to scare the machine gun away. The MG34, of course, now a utility of the headquarters once there's a truck deployed. Got a lull in activity. Let's just admire White Flash Reborn's Argentan Crossroads, or Crossroads as I believe it's now called. A Company Heroes 1 2011 made map, possibly earlier in fact, utilised in a Sunday Night Fight Season 4. Mine goes off there. Suppresses the Sturmgewehr wielding Volksgrenadiers. Oh, we see a very nice utilage of the infiltration grenade assault there. Pushes the Maxim away. The guards are in a difficult situation now. They're going to be outgunned from 2 squads in total. Elsewhere, we've got an engagement pushing for this cover. The conscripts know they're outgunned and can see the Volksgrenadiers in their line of sight. Oh, this garrison's looking low. Will the field gun... Oh, it can't see the house. It could have actually gotten a squad wipe there if it been a little bit more savvy. We have had a choice from Jove. Scavenge Doctrine, very popular for those ultra cheap Ostvins relative to the cost of other vehicles. Just going to lower game volume. Hopefully it's not drowning me out. I don't know because I haven't cast in 6 months. What settings do I use? How does it work? There we go. We've got a deployment. The deployment of Jaegers. Nice 2 pip on the Volksgrenadiers. Oh, and a drop there. We've got a drop of a PTRS. Possibly going to pick that up, but they are currently going to be suppressed if they leave this cover. Right now, they're gaining the benefits of being in cover. Should they leave it, they'd be screwed. Nice flank. It's clear that that barbed wire has been cut, so it's always good to see. It would have been cut by the Stern Pioneers, who do have the upgrade support package. PTRS obtained by the conscripts, so a nice little marginally anti-tank, well you can barely argue anti-tank conscript squad there. Field gun's done jack shit so far, so it wasn't a very good utilization of manpower in the early part of the game by Hans. It seems to be. I suppose it was better safe than never. Oh, nice grenade there. Stops Hans' forces deploying. They're going to have to go back to base unless we see a merge. He did indeed merge into the combat engineer squad, keeping them on the field. Possibly going to win this engagement now, so great usage of M on his keyboard. Or whatever it would be. I think it's still M, even if it is on the auto grid keys, whatever it's called. Grid keys. La 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 la. Second truck is deploying, possibly going for the Schwer. The ever-popular T-70 light tank is building, already a third of the way through its total build time. Probably a similar time, in fact, at the time it actually took a Russian factory to make one of those tanks, from everything I've ever read about World War II mass production. Nice Ura there. He threatened an anti-tank grenade, which he has indeed upgraded, so wasn't so much a decoy, it definitely was an active ploy. A nice multi-tangential engagement here from multiple angles.
T-70 light tank has arrived.
T-70, great camouflage. That's a new one. Not seen that one since I left the game. We'll have to have a bit of a gander at that later. They calling it a sniper. It definitely isn't it? There is a Jaeger squad, so that does, in fact, engage that particular... Where's the T-70 gone? Let's keep an eye on it. Oh, here it comes. I thought I heard it rattling around. Gets his first kill. What the hell are those folks doing? Probably going to try and get a cheeky Panzerfaust off. Would cause a bit of engine damage if it had hit. Alas, it did not. Let's keep an eye on victory points. Hans has relinquished the majority of them so far. He's down to 394, but Jove's going to be dropping soon too, as Hans has had the middle ground for a while. Combat engineers are building, which will allow Hans to keep his T-70 repaired, even though it does have obviously crew repairs, but he's floating munitions as well, which will probably mean we'll get some IL-2s later in the game, so we have that to look forward to. A shoe mine here, so he has that to be careful of. That's possibly why he's going around the extremities of the map. Regardless, he has found the MG-34 out in the open, pushes it away, claims his 4th kill already. Not been on the field for very long, so that's always good to see. Let's have a quick check of the stats. Jove, looking pretty good. He's got a nice little KD there. Probably a 1.2. Army value, he's always been in the lead, but let's have a look what this engagement is. What are we seeing here? Just a pitched engagement from a distance. You'd be expecting possibly the folks to win that because it's an STG, possibly help out there. I'll have to look at the weapon profiles, it's interesting. One less enemy was the shout there, but I don't know why it was. Kubelwagens go for the push. I'd always like to see a bit of small vehicle, light vehicle pushing, because I know it's not very realistic, but it just reminds me of Come Here's One, which is where I started casting this game, so it always reminds me of that. We have a Rakettenwerfer on the field, so Werfer Rakettens at the T-70. Should he rear his beaky little head? More mines planted. Ah, I see. Has he planted a mine on a mine? That would have... was it a shoe mine? I think he might have cleared and then planted. We'll have to take a closer look. It's always nice to see that. Oh no, something blew up there, so he's planted on the crater, of course. See, this is where the rustiness is coming into play. He's probably going to know there's going to be a mine there. These guys have mine meta knowledge. Oh, the Wazoo! Great shot from the T-70! Abandons and then destroys the Kubelwagen. It's now a smoldering wreck. So we've got Hans drawing first blood. I think that's the first major wipe. That can be confirmed on the overview unit screen. If they've got a lost there, he has no lost. And then you do the good old relic shuffle, I seem to remember. And he does have... Oh no, sorry, the relic shuffle works like this. There you go. There you go. So yeah, we've just got a Kubelwagen loss. It's a very tight game so far. Great sustainability and preservation from both players. It's always good to see. Second field gun is building. Interesting. But I suppose there is a Panther building. A Panzer Kampfwagen 5. That would be. my pronunciations are terrible. I do have German viewers, and I would like to take this moment to apologise for absolutely nothing. You lost World War II. I have regained my right to butcher your language. No, I'm joking. That was a joke, by the way. But yes, we do have the Panther coming. So it's a game of anti-tank with no tanks on the field so far. Obviously there will be a tank, but it's an anti-tank tank if you catch my meaning. There he is. I can still read my silhouettes. Oh, we got a Raketten shot off, reducing the T-70's health down to 2/3. Maxim doing some great work, as is the MG. Field gun still hasn't claimed a kill, even with its field light artillery barrage, which is also field apparently. Mine being planted in a very good position there. Always good to plant them on the roads because that's where the vehicle pathing definitely kicks in. It's an interesting game so far. 16 minutes in, we've seen very terse and quite spread engagements. Oh, let's get a close up on this beautiful tank. It's an absolute beautiful Deutschland. Über alles. Grenadiers pushing away the conscripts, maintaining control. Although, to be fair, he has lacked it quite a lot recently. He's only got a few sectors right now. Both fuel points are in Hans's capacity. Keep meaning he has a 39 income on top of a 220 total haul. He has, let's have a look what Hans has. It's 2. One of the upgrades. He only has tier 3 right now. Now the field guns are coming in handy. Penetrates the frontal glacis armour, which is one of the most renowned armours of the Second World War. And in this game it is similarly impenetrable. T-70 destroying the cover, not destroying the men. That's why we've got the Sturmgewehrs flashing as the Sturm Pioneers dawn upon the guard squad. Grenade dodge, retreats regardless. I think it was an accidental dodge, gave him too much credit there for a moment. T-70's now climbed up to 9 kills, doing very well for itself. In the centre, looks like the Volksgrenadiers have won out there. Can have to capture that victory point to keep up on Hans. Very, very close in terms of victory points. Very good game. Panther hasn't done diddly squat so far. It is a vehicle killer, but there is a vehicle in its midst. Rear armour hit of the T-70. The Raketten misses. It could have been a 1-2 knockout punch there, and you'd have to argue Hans was a little bit lucky to get away. As this does vanquish the Panther for now. Oh, what's this? We've got the first usage of the 105mm scavenger howitzer barrage. And it's dodged. But can we just look at the pyrotechnics, please? This episode pretty. I think it's now time for a little bit of zooming out. Let's get a little bit more camera. That's about as much as you can get in a game, realistically. It's better than the default. It's just a little bit more. It's what the strategic zoomcast actually gives you. Just a little bit of zoom out. That's all I would have asked for, Relic, to be honest. I don't really need to be able to do this. Just about that. We have got the Soviets on the rise now, going to push Jove back against his territory. You can see that Jove has had to set up at the fuel point just to try and keep the fuel in his capacity. We've just now had, by the way, the second tank fielded for Jove. It's more of a Flakpanzer via Ostwind than a true tank, of course. It was meant to be an anti-artillery tank. I believe only 44 were ever built in the wild. But in its capacity in this game, it's an anti-infantry vehicle with a fearsome kaboomf, kaboomf attack. What the hell is this camouflage? It's truly, one would argue, disgusting. Looks like something off a cheesy Westwood game, like Red Alert 2 or something. Not that I don't like Command & Conquer, but I definitely don't want campness in my game of Company Heroes. Zis misses. Ostwind's rather lucky. Guards were ready to button should they be needed, but they would definitely not, because the Ostwind seems to have futuristic armor. Bends shells around it. Elsewhere we've got the stealthy Raquette moving at a snail's pace. Panther possibly poised to try and attack the T-70. We have the Stalin organ, the Katusha rocket launcher is on the field. Very primitive technology, still used today in Syria, which is and of course Israel. Not by the more modern forces, of course. It's ex-Soviet technology still utilised. Very interesting to see. Nowadays, Soviets have different multiple rocket launchers, but you got the third world still rocking them out. Guard's going to meet a very spiky demise. Just outside the field of vision there. Just like Napoleon's army! Maxims climbed to Vet 2, they were against a Vet 2 Foch Grenadier. We saw a nice utilage of the infiltration grenade assault. Got the Maxim wiped with its veterancy, that's a good win for Jove. I know he can reclaim the weapon, but you can't forget about losing the veterancy. Interesting rocket assault. It's not going to hit too much. A little bit too compact, arguably. And I say compact because these players are always going to dodge the obvious spaces. So, in my opinion, it's always best to shoot a little bit further behind where you expect your enemy to be, because you have to expect them to move into the pocket of fire. Again, great tips from a company here as Noob. Although I have cast several thousands of hours of gameplay. Su-85, so Hans doubling up on his anti-tank efforts. He has enough anti-infantry, now he's got the Katusha and he's got the T-70, so an Su-85 is a nice synergizing unit. Creates a good diverse spectrum of overarching abilities. Adds to his palette. 22 minutes in, roughly. Possibly over halfway into this game. I mean, who's to know? This game could end up being absolutely epic. Usually games are around 40 minutes long, so you always know you're in for a bit of a slog, or it's almost like a motion picture when it comes to going here. Sometimes you have to pick the right games to cast. That's definitely part of it, and you have to pick the right games to watch. So if you're with me at this point, comrade, I salute you. Thank you for giving me your time. Hopefully I can entertain you and continue to do so. Conscripts have got a nice bit of veterancy, as have the Combat Engineer Squad. The other one's vanilla, but this one's Vet 3, which is very nice for repairing. We do have the ISG. Not been on the field very long, it's only got 3 kills, but it is going to keep the Soviets guessing. And there you go, they're guessing alright, because they just had to do a full-fledged retreat away from the infiltration grenade and the ISG. T-70 doing some great cleaning work. Ask me what I've been up to. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch in my hiatus. So in my vision, I equate that it's cleaning up to be like a Soldier 76. MG pushing away the conscripts. You got the Foch Grenadiers acting as the tip of the arrow. The shaft of the said arrow being the Panther. Still trying to find a nice juicy target. It's done barely anything, considering its cost. I mean, it's quite an expensive vehicle, 200 fuel. Maybe a Panzerfear, he could have had better returns. I mean, if this game goes the distance and the Panther stays alive, it will turn into a vehicle-killing beast, no doubt, and prove us all wrong. It'd be always great to see a famous flank to try and take out one of these ghastly vehicles where they're disgusting camouflages. Looks like a Soviet child puked on it. No, it's not. But if you made that camo, I mean, obviously you need your eyes clawed out, but I mean, hopefully you've got learning difficulties or something. Some redeeming quality. Got the Katusha firing yet again. Where's its target of choice? Was it? I'm completely mistaken. No, it wasn't. Jaeger's up to veterancy to 5 kills. You expect them to be a little bit higher, but Hans has been using so much green cover, it's making it difficult for them to rack up kills. The Ostvin, though, finds the Vet 3 combat engineers out in the open. Doesn't quite manage to polish them off, though. That would have been a really good kill. I can't overstate the importance of a Vet 3 worker unit. Elsewhere, pitched battle between the big heavies. Haven't quite hit each other yet. Osvin's already got 10 kills. It's now got access to its combat blitz, should it want to use it. Blitz into battle, take out a few units. Not exactly like the Wehrmacht's blitz ability, but still very similar. I believe it's more of a difference between acceleration and various other statistics. I do forget overall. I do like this camo, I believe this is Rita Rush's, and I've always liked that one. I think it's very classic. One of the best we saw from the Warpaint challenge. Oh, we've got Mark Target going! Or button vehicle, or whatever the hell that is. Does it have Mark Target on this? It does not.
Sector has been cut off.
It was button vehicle, surely. Yeah, it must have been. Must have been. Katusha goes in. It's gotten 0 kills so far, thanks to Jove's fantastic ability to get the hell out of there. What's it called when you get the hell out of there? What's that called? It begins with a P. Come on, Matt. You can do this. Talking's easy. Oh, we got the Panther rushing in on the T-70. Will it get one vital shot off? It can't see the T-70. Oh my god, it's got so little health. The delayed explosion, of course, always catches casters off guard. And indeed here, it does manage to get it. But we've just had an anti-tank grenade go on a very slightly damaged Panther, causing it to be a little bit more damaged. We've got the SU-85 dawning on it. The ZIS needs one setup. We do have our line of sight. There you go. Panther's going to try and hide behind this shrubbery. A shrubbery! Oh, SU-85 gets the killing touch on the Panther. Fantastic work from HelpingHans there. First major kill in this game, one would argue. Elsewhere, T-70 with its disgusting camo being utterly a menace for Jove. So Jove's got to do some big work to get back into this, one would argue. So a lot of work to do. After that great catch for Hans there. It was the snare that got him. The snare of the anti-tank grenade. Well dodged earlier in the game. Not very well dodged this time. He went for the T-70, which is never worth a Panther. You just compare the stats. It's barely similar. 70 fuel versus 200 fuel. Massive win for Hans. Katusha's ready for a barrage. What's he going to go for? Will he try and catch this Raketin off guard? Could indeed do that. Oh, he's gone for it! Hans is doing what we wanted him to do earlier in the game. He's gone behind the line of fire. Doesn't actually get a target, but you can't blame a man for trying, and he's done the right thing there, in my opinion. Could have indeed wiped out that Volksgrenadier on retreat.
Prepare for combat.
Third, supply half-track on the field. Only the mechanized compere. Sorry, the mechanized regiment headquarters ready to go. T-34-76, one of the most produced tanks of all time. A miracle of the early war Soviet era. One of the reasons Barbarossa was a failure. A strategic failure. T-76 reversing. Tries to protect the Maxim's flank. The Vet 5 count it, Vet 5-star Volksgrenadier was thwarted there, and is probably going to have to get out of there sooner rather than later if the T-34 has anything to say about it. Elsewhere, we've got a very interesting pitched engagement between the Jaeger and the Guards unit. They both retreat. It's probably the right thing to do there. The Maxim stopped the flank of the Stern Pioneers. T-34-76 claiming its third kill, misses its fourth shot. There we go, the Mechanized Regiment headquarters is set up. What's he going to be going for out of here? He's got options, possibly the Stukefus. Is it? Zufus, that's it, Zufus. Or the Puma, perhaps. Make some cheaper anti-tank, because he's lost his very expensive Panther. I mean, it's not an enviable position for Jove, but at least he does have 255 fuel. Obviously, the restrictions on OKV were lifted from the early period of that faction. Fourth barrage goes in. Will he find targets? Barely any to be found. He's still only got 3. Oh, he just right up a rocket and very close to base, though. Very close to base. Will be remanned. Second T-34 on the field. Always great to see these tanks because they can mass up and they are rather expendable. In terms of pop cap, though, HelpingHans has just reached it. I had a feeling he might when I saw that tank roll on. Got a nice army, 2 machine guns, 2 AT, 3 core infantry, 2 support infantry, 2 medium tanks, a tank destroyer and a rocket artillery piece. Jove's order of battle, he's only at 3/4 pop cap. He's got room for expansion, and your feeling is it's got to be possibly a King Tiger, the Königstiger. Because why else would he build his 3rd truck? A bit of idle unit capacity there from these Volksgrenadiers. That's showing Jove's a little bit battle weary. Could arguably get back into it with a bit more ferocity. Found the Schwerpanzer headquarters out in the open. He unleashes the precision bombing strike. The barrage goes in. The bombs explode. It's now smithereens, and there's the commandant. His corpse is strewn across the battlefield. Let's survey the destruction. It's largely in terms of overall battlefield deformation and terraforming been in the lower right-hand quadrant of the battlefield. Oh, it's now time to get a bit of strategic zoom casting. We've got multiple tanks on the field. It's always great to see. Really see how the battle commences and how it develops when you can zoom out a little bit. Ostwind trying to defend its bigger brother, the Schwer, but it is found out by the T-34-76, causing it to retreat. The ZIS doesn't manage to make its mark. The Su-85 is late to the party, which is pretty common for it. Hans has access yet again to the IL-2 Sturmovik precision bombing strike. Infantry. Support's good. Not doing too much there. Nice mine goes off, pushes away the Vet 5 folks. Left of your picture, we've got a nice platoon of infantry supporting their tank. And Jove's got to be waiting for his King Tiger. He's got to be. We can't see it, but it would be up here on his screen. It is a call-in ability. Needs the prerequisite manpower. Great find from the Raketenwerfers. A double shot there. 1-2 punch. Katyusha's trying to find a measure of revenge for the fallen T-34. Not going to find it though. It's been utterly impotent. Needs some Viagra. It's only got 5 kills and it's had about 7 barrages now. Shame on you, Katyusha. If the NKVD were watching, you would be called cowards. What the hell's he wearing on his head? Fashion police would also have you for that. Absolutely despicable. Oh, there he is! The daddy! The behemoth! The Königstiger! The Bengal Tiger! The Royal Tigers on the battlefield! The Tiger 2! It's got about 4 or 5 names, this thing. It's 70 tons! It's ridiculous! It's over-engineered! It's disgusting! But most of all, it's absolutely devastating! It ambles onto the battlefield and it makes you its bitch. What a tank. I regret saying it's disgusting. Please don't tell the tank that I ever said that. I meant in terms of over-design. Su-85's got its work cut out for it. It will rank up veterancy if it gets penetration though. Gets some damage done. Raketenwerfer trying to keep the Su-85 at bay. Already a damaged engine on the Königstiger. The King Tigers of Company Heroes 1 didn't have damaged engines. Here we go. IL-2 goes in. Probably. Oh! Great bombing strike! Infantry unit lost. Stern Pioneer's going to be repairing under heavy duty there. Mine goes off of the Shoe variety under the belly of the tank, causing it to retreat to lick its wounds. Vet 3 combat engineers that survived here early in the game now going to be able to turn this tank to battle very quickly indeed, as have the Vet 2 Stern Pioneers, so all fair dues to them as well. In terms of Raketenwerfers, we have 2 still. I thought for a moment he maybe lost one of the crew members. We've still got the other. T-17 takes a little peek into battle. You'll be able to see the recon ability of the tank. But the Königstiger's back! Oh dear! You're in deep shit, Mr. T-17! And your crewmates, all 3 of them, are now dead. right home to their babushkas because matchboxes are going to be laying to rest there. I.e. not much of them is going to be found. Big 120mm cannon. Beautiful. I am a tankophile, if you haven't noticed. I believe Bovington Tank Museum's got its Tiger display up this year. It's got the Elephant, aforementioned King Tiger, the Tiger one, the famous one of Bovington, the one they have running, and a few others. Oh yes, the Sturm Tiger as well. Great penetration there. It's an oblique angle from the Ziskum. He's launching himself at this victory point. He's got to, because he's actually falling to 200, which is dangerous territory for Jove. Got another T-34 building for Hans. Ostwind's making a flank panzer, one would put it. Getting pushed away, however, it did just try and flank a Zis, which can turn around and punch you in the face, which is exactly what's happened. Third built T-34 on the field. King Tigers getting close to Veterancy 1. It's just decrewed a Zis gun. Probably going to go for the vehicle wipe. Sorry, the crew weapon wipe. Well, it's got the wipe. The weapon destroy is what I mean. Infantry cooker lost. We've just had a total somewhere. It's possibly over here that that's happened. Oh, we've got a Soviet mine there that Kenverf is very close to. Nice Panzerfaust goes in, causes a little bit of damage. He was in the wrong order though. Would like the Raketten to go off first. He's right on top of his own mine, needs to be careful. Got a T-34 flanking here. He's right into the flank of the T-34's third. IL-2 goes off, no damage caused, just creates a big ass crater. There was a mine here earlier, so Hans has been a little bit dangerous here. Oh, the King Tiger senses blood. He's on the prowl. Su-85, however, can cause damage over time. Just saw the Panzerfaust go in. Handheld AT. Oh my god, we've got a frontal armor penetration. The T-34's going around the back. However, he's wide in the open. This was a bad play from Hans. Looks like he's going to lose possibly 2 tanks for his troubles, because the Su-85 just been pushed away by the threat of a Faust. Indeed, the T-34's down. The King Tiger's sitting pretty on 40% health remaining, which is more health than the entirety of Hans's armada of tanks combined. Got the Katusha, isn't ready for a barrage. It's still only got 7 kills. Been utterly impotent this game thanks to Jove's ability to evade it. That's the word, evasion. Thank you. It wasn't beginning with P at all, Matt. It did take you a while to remember what the hell it's called. What a game we're in for here. 38 minutes in. This is usually the time of a normal game, and we're only, it seems to be halfway through this bloody one. So, cracking game. So, happy you can join me at this stage. If you're here at this stage, you're what's called an Iron Man viewer, and you're one of my favourites, so thank you for that. Ostwind's up to 27 kills and counting, just decrewed that Zis. Second built Ostwind's trying to join it, it's only got 2 kills, however. Got a nice army from Jove. 2 anti-infantry, 1 big-ass anti-tank, and of course he has the Rakettenwerfers and ISGs to support. Still got 3 Volksgrenadiers. He himself is close to PopCap. Hans is the one that's lacking now. So we had a big swing in army value. Katusha's hitting a bit of a mark now. Not climbed to Veterancy 1, however, unlike the King Tiger. We are about to have a triple cap for Jove, so he will climb back into the victory point battle very shortly, as he has definitely the army value battle. Where's my graphs at? Army value, that's the one. There's the change in direction we just witnessed. Granada does absolutely nothing. Su-85 back in battle. Veterancy 2, very important. Increase penetration, but Vet 3 is the important one. That improves rate of fire. In addition to the other bonuses, so it creates a bit of a beast all of a sudden from the Su-85. Hans has gone straight to the central victory point to try and keep himself in that battle. Very important battle, gets ever more important the more the game goes on. Second Su-85 out for Hans. He's doubling up on his anti-tank measures. Very wise indeed. It's going to make it a very terse battle overall, though. You could argue if Jove loses anything, he could go for perhaps a Luke's, but he does, of course, have 2 Ostwinds, so possibly not. I always think they're great for darting around the battlefield to keep victory points in the late game, though. That's their main usage. Who's going to win out here? It's all about the support weapons. ISG. Oh, nearly wipes out the guards. Ostwind doesn't get the kill on the last squad. The newly built SU-85 found it out in the open. Will the Ostwind be able to get the kill? No, it will not. The first SU-85 can't get the kill either. Rakettenwerfer has found it in its line of sight. Gets a big penetration through the frontal armour. King Tiger's obviously late to the party. It's got a fat ass. Oh, the Katyusha's starting to... This is me rubbing my hands together. Starting to be a bit more useful now. It's getting later in the game. That'll be due to Jove getting a little bit of weariness, a little bit of fatigue. The newbie Ostwind going around the western flank. Getting as he links. What is the King Tiger doing? It's going straight into his base and raping his face. If his face was a Katyusha rocket, he's definitely just done that indeed. SU-85 could make him pay for it though. The T-34-76 is trying to go around the rear flank. He's gone for a ram! A ram damaged engine cores! He's got one SU-85, he's got the button coming up. The second SU-85 is also going for it. Was this a desperate and terrible ploy by Jove? It could well end up being. The big 120mm cannon's pushing back though. Just destroys the hero T-34-76. That is just engine damage, but it does make the T-34... Sorry, the bloody King Tiger, a very slow unit indeed. Buttonham did go in, momentarily crippling its movement. Can the SU-85s finish it off? Possibly not.
We have lost a machine gun crew.
Rakettenwerfer's hero of the third right, but the SU-85 gets the kill. Your one and only shot of King Tiger dominance has just been forfeited, Mr. Jove. It's now a burning, smouldering wreck on the battlefield. And both SU-85s remain. Got the Ostwind of all things going for the killing blow. Is Jove throwing? He might be throwing here. Does he have scavenger? No, he can't release it in base, so no, he does not. He's down to a single, solitary vehicle, and it's this Ostwind. Maxim's daring to do what Hans couldn't do early in the game. He's pushing right into Jove's face. Now that the King Tiger's been vanquished, destroyed, and possibly scavenged. So that's always good to get your a little bit of your resources back, possibly get second Panther on the field. So we've seen the ebb and flow of battle. It's now just gone in Hans' favour. Not dramatically, because he did lose a bit himself, but he vanquished a lot more. Light tank ready for orders, so we've got the T-70 coming on the field to try and keep Jove off the VPs. Speaking of which, he's about to get the central one back, and he's about to get the southern one back. So he's got the imperative. He needs to keep it on target. T-70's getting cocky. It's already got its first kill. Its maiden kill. It's lost its kill virginity, which isn't a very nice term. I hope that's not a thing for people anywhere in the world. Probably is, you know, in childhood gangs and such.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Let's survey the battlefield. Oh god, it's started to creep like the Zerg into the western field. The craters have the destruction, scorched earth. SU-85 combat ready. It's almost two pips of veterancy with only one kill, but that one kill was a big kill indeed. A humongous kill.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Humongous, that is. SU-85's found an angle here. Oh, gets a shot off. He's going to be able to retreat rather quickly back to the Mechanized Regiment headquarters. T-70's trying to find the ISG. What's this? Got an IL-2 bomb strike. Going to miss them all. Oh! The bigger pyrotechnics there was, of course, the crew dying. Sir, why are we called the 30-minuters? Well, of course, it's we have 30 minutes life expectancy. Blackadder 2, I butchered that quote. If you like British comedy and you like war-based comedy, watch Blackadder Goes Forth, is what I meant to say. Blackadder Goes Forth. It's a World War I comedy. It's very dark, very humorous, and if you're an American or possibly a German with a good grasp of English, get on BitTorrent and get yourself Blackadder Goes Forth. My favourite comedy series. So funny. Second utilage of howitzer barrage here. Possibly third. It was over here. I didn't expect it to be over here. Still misses though. So they're trading blows. They're keeping their munitions count quite low, which is always good to see a bit of off-map usage, because a lot of players end up floating if they aren't able to put as many mines down as they want to. Katusha's come on to replace its fallen comrade. Jove is now floating fuel, so of course he'll probably be getting a Panther, one would guess. Or maybe not, I mean, who knows? He's got options. He could go for a swathe of Panzer Fears if he wanted. Oh! Great shot there from a Raketenwerfer. Max range with an Ostwind takes out 2 vehicles. What a pull for Jove! He pulled Hans's pants down and gave him a jolly good spanking. Fantastic from both units. Pushed both of them back and cornered them like a rat in the kitchen. And what's he going to do? He's going to bleach that rat, and that's exactly what he did. Great from Jove. I love that quote. Your predecessor died a hero. Indeed. That Ostwind's a cocky little fucker, isn't he? 30 kills. 1 vehicle to killed. Hans's army licking its wounds all of a sudden, even though he thought he'd killed the Königstigr. What an epic game. Hans down to below 250 victory points. Jove 100 less on 150. Su-85 max speed. Going for the shot here. Can he see it? He needs to engage tunnel vision. He's got it. Will he get the shot off? Oh, he misses. What a failure. Send his family to the gulags. Misses through the fog of war there. Hits the heavy cover, as one would expect it to happen. Let's become a crane driver for a moment. See if there's anything in there. No, there isn't. Just an empty box. We've got activity. What have we got over here? Oh, I thought I heard the thundering of artillery. I was wrong. It's a beautiful map. It just becomes like an arena of destruction, this map. I really like it. Theatre of mayhem. You'll notice HelpingHans yet again is absolutely demolishing Jove's territory counts, just like he nearly annihilated that squad there. Let's have a look at territories captured. There you go. 46 in Hans's favour. You can build 2 Königstigers! I'm a moron, but in my defence, because I've been casting this game since release, they have changed the call-in, like how many you can have at multiple points. So I will just defend myself there a little bit. They have come and gone with the 1 limit for a Königstigr. Ostwind going for a plucky little kill on the combat engineers. Everything's plucky seemingly for me today. Königstigr, this gigantic barrel, the return, the resurrection! We thought he was dead. I told you it couldn't be done. I was wrong. There's a second King Tiger on the field, and I have made myself sound like a fool. But I'm fine, because I know this has been a good cast. I'm happy with my performance, considering I've had 6 months off this damn thing. Ostwind's going around, looking for foes. Mostly, Joe's going to try and consolidate his territories now. He's going to try and reclaim the battlefield. He's going to start with what's rightfully his own fuel point. The victory point's closest to his base. Oh, we've got a T-34-76 with engine damage there. Nothing that can... Oh, maybe the King Tiger can act upon it. Let's get a sight on that. Let's go from the T-34's perspective. Oh, he can hear something in the distance. Oh, dear. Will he get out of there? He can hear rumbling. Oh, he's right there. He's going to poke through the bushes at you. He's coming. The big bastard's here, you motherfucker. Oh, yes. Boof. Ostwind at 36 kills. Katusha with a great barrage. Trying to make short work of Joe's support weapons. And I know he's only got 5 kills, but I actually like this Katusha more because it got 5 kills in half the time the other one did.
D-34 crewed, loaded and ready.
Rakettenwerfer going back to base to lick its wounds. It's got its comrade getting back into position to try and keep the T-34 at bay. Su-85's got to be kept at bay as well because that thing is a beast now. Veteran C3. It's a good job he kept that one alive. It's okay losing the other one. The other T-34 building for Hans. You gotta start thinking about Hans. He's up against seemingly insurmountable odds here because I'm really favouring Jove's army over his own. Oh, the King's Eye with a devastating blue on. The jewel in the crown of Hans's army. Su-85 doesn't have tunnel vision on. He will be able to get the hell out of there. Tumble wheel. Tumbling across the battlescape. Oh, brutal kill from the Ostwind. What's this T-34 doing? What the hell is he doing? Oh, he was creating a decoy for this T-34 to try and get a shot in. But all the while, the Su-85 is not able to create any major problems for the King Tiger. However, it's all about trying to destroy the Vet 4 Ostwind. He may just be able to do that. But we've had the wipe of the Rakettenwerfer, changing the situation. Oh my god, the Ostwind did go down. King Tiger was able to make somewhat of an impact. Oh no, it wasn't. It was all the Ostwind able to defend itself. And it was the stolen Zis gun that got the kill. That was it. That was the missing. No, that didn't even get a kill. I'm so confused. It's one of those moments you'd have to watch back to fully understand exactly what happened there as they were trundling around each other. You possibly have the benefit of rewinding on YouTube. Always got to consider the cast is now 52 minutes in. And he's doing all the work, you lazy bastard. What have you done? Had a wank? Made a pot noodle.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Sturm Pioneers claiming the 3rd victory point, now going for the 2nd fuel point, which is going to cause Hans problems. His victory points have fallen a lot more quickly than they have all game. He's in the biggest descent of the game for him because it's worrying times. That 2nd King Tiger's allowed Jove to consolidate the east. The lack of the Vet 4 Ostwind will help him. What a game it's been. It's been so to and fro. Ebb and flow. Here and there and every fucking where. What a great game.
We have a new T-34.
New T-34. How many has he built now? It's got to be 5. Let's count them. Yeah, 6. Jesus Christ. Built 6, lost 4. Built 3 T-70s, lost 3. Jesus Christ. First Grenadiers pushing that Raketten away. T-34's isn't causing too many issues yet, this one. It is the 6th iteration of that tank, so I suppose we can start to see it as a meta vehicle that's got an ever-presence. And efficiency 127%, so it kind of has made up for itself. Su-85's more than done damage than it's taken, but so I guess that's definitely made up for itself. Look at the Katusha. You'd always expect that to be a bit higher than it's been, and it's not exactly been great. Something's been targeted. What was it? T-34. The Vet 5 Rakettenwerfer deploying ultra quickly. Oh, monster penetration. Big damage caused. Oh, the Katusha wipes it though. What a despicable destruction there. Will it kill the weapon? One last barrage. Rockets cut a silhouette around it. Oh, that's going to be deployable though. No, there was a last barrage and it did get it. MG's not being taken. I always fancy an MG in the late game. He does have others though, so that's probably why he doesn't want this one. He's got an MG there, a Maxim there, and that is another MG34. So he's got enough machine guns. He's absolutely fine. It's Hans that lacks suppression at this stage of the game. Flak Panzer rearing its ugly head. Oh, with a rude awakening. Go back to bed, Mr. Ostwind. Oh, because you don't want to be out there with a Vet 3 Su-85 medium tank destroyer raining hellfire upon you. Vet 5 folks causing a little bit of issues there. Ooh, a cheeky demo. Have to keep an eye on that. Try and notice any blue activity near it. Keep an eye on it. Always pleasant. Let's keep an eye on Pop Cap as well. Joe's got the larger of the two armies right now, but it's very equitable. They have a large degree of parity, which makes for a fantastic late game. 55 minutes in. Holy fuck, what a titanic contest. What an epic confrontation we have truly seen here. King Tiger reversing its fat ass around the place. What a game. This has been fantastic. I've really enjoyed myself. Ooh, he's getting close to the victory points. Cheeky little folks grenadiers, possibly going to get obliterated.
T-34 ready for combat.
How many T-34s? Holy shit. Holy shit. What if he's going for some kind of mad fucking scramble on the King Tiger? That would be insanity. Possibly. It's very possible. Oh! Oh, he's getting ready! No, he's not. He's not got those ones. He's possibly played too soon. Where's his other vehicles? He needs them to come in at this exact same time. No, well, he already knows he's got T-34s. Maybe this is a decoy to get the other vehicles to come in. Is Hans posticulating for devastation? Is he going to go for it? He's targeting the Osvin presently, but he does have the other vehicles held at bay seemingly by the stolen Ziscon. Can't go for the play of the game quite yet. Activity elsewhere. Got a destroyed T-34 there, one of many. I don't think they even care anymore, the Soviets. They're just throwing these things into action and they're getting destroyed left, right and centre. Demo's still intact, so don't worry, we haven't missed a thing. Don't want to miss a thing every time I blow up, etc. I'd like to apologise for that foray into singing there. I hope it wasn't too traumatic. There is a post-traumatic stress disorder hotline I'm going to pull up in an annotation that you can ring. This is actually possibly going to take a shot at this T-34 in a second. King Tiger does have combat blitz if he gets in a hairy situation. He could get out of there in reverse mode if there is a big play to come. Keep an eye on the victory points, by the way, because Jove is now above Hans for the first time. Very interesting situation. T-34's gone in for a bit of a foray, marauding around the back lines there. One last shot to decrew this. Will he go for the weapon kill? And indeed he will. Su-85's penetrating the frontal armour of the King Tiger. T-34-76 gets the kill on the weapon. Got a Puma on the field. You'll notice Hans has just captured that central ground. He's had to utilise 105 howitzer barrage on the central ground because it's getting to a dire victory point situation now. We're getting to sweaty palm territory, or squeaky bum time as Sir Alex Ferguson would call it. King Tiger making its first foray into the western half of the battlefield. Oh, making short work to the Vet 1. T-34, one last shot required, reloaded its cannon, gets the shot. It does indeed, delayed explosion. Don't know, that was overly posh from me. Third, oh, more than third. There's so many Osvins that have been made in this game. Not made, called in rather. Oh, the King Tiger's on a tear. He kills the third T-70. Su-85's getting backed into a corner. You don't want to like it when it's in a corner. That's when it's in its element, reversing away from you, plucking away at your armour. Puma's gone for the kill, unleashes its smoke. I've got a destroyed engine, short work made there. Massive barrage comes in. Possibly going to deny the Folks Grenadier from capping. Needs one model in the circle to cap. Oh, just about gets it. Oh, we've got a bit of combat blitz. He's going to go for a cheeky kill on the Katusha. Is it going to meet the end, the fiery end of the first King Tiger? Thinks better of it. Could have got a shot in on the T-34, and I think Jove had a bit of a flashback there, a Vietnam style flashback, and thought better of it. It is going to be Hans in the danger zone very shortly because this central victory point is about to be capped. Keep an eye on Jove's army. It's very low. We have lost a lot of infantry that I've not captured on camera. I do apologise for that. It is very difficult when you've got so much happening at any one time. We'll get a bit of an overview of, yeah, it's happened again. We've had a big ebb and flow, a change of direction. Ura goes in. We've had a big attack from the stolen Raketenwerfer. He needed to be in range for this the anti-tank grenade. Will he get it off? Oh, max range discus throw. He javelined that thing like a frisbee. Any projectile-based toy you can think of, boomerang, whatever. It happened. We saw it. It was great.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75 points.
Infiltration grenade assault. ISG misses its mark. T-34-76 ambles into an overview of the retreating squads of Jove, possibly allowing Hans to capture that central victory point yet again. You have to say Hans does have an infantry advantage at this late stage. Hans is going to have to rely on the mechanised regiment headquarters to slowly repair his tank. Because he's going to need the Stern Pioneers to possibly be in battle. No, he's going to use them to repair. But as I say, that's going to mean he's going to lose out on victory points. He's got one whited victory point. But again, he did maintain a little bit of an advantage. 98 to 70 and dropping.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
How many T-34s do you want to bloody build? That's insanity. It's this tab. Up here. There you go. 8 now. It lost 6. We got a demo here as well. You didn't see that one get built. Oh, this could be a demolition of Jove's forces, and he needs this infantry. He's going to back away from the Katusha barrage. He's going to go to this side of the circle to retreat. Oh, we didn't. Oh, there's one up here. There's one up here. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Got 2 in your vision. Oh, Hans, has he seen it? He must know this victory point's been capped. He must know it. We'll keep an eye on it because we know what that means. I want to capture on camera so bad, but I want to see what's happening in the east. Okay, he's missed it. He's too busy focusing on trying to take out the King Tiger. Here comes the T-34-76. We do have an Osfin on the field. The Su-85 is nowhere to be seen. The demo can still wipe the squad if he needed to, but he's not going to, seemingly, because he's trying to focus on this Osfin. T-34-76 for Osfins. They seem to be expendable in this game, as this Osfin is now asunder. Oh, we could see it now with the Su-76. Does it have... Oh, there you go! I captured it after all, thanks to the Su-85 gaining line of sight. King Tiger does destroy this T-34. Su-85 still not in the picture. Arguably could be better situated. T-34-76 looking to make a pot shot at the armour. I would say side armour, but that doesn't technically exist in the heroes. Oh, another demo goes off. Oh, Jove's army is absolutely disgustingly low right now. At least his manpower upkeep costs are quite... He's got upkeep coming in, but it's all about the King Tiger right now. The Su-85 is finding its mark. It's got its focus sight, focused on this King Tiger. He's going for it. We've got a playback over as Jove throws in the towel. What a cracking game that was. Absolutely fantastic. Let's very quickly go through the graphs, etc. Try and tell you a picture. I mean, the KD in the end did end up being about 1.2. I'll tell you exactly what it was, to be honest. Ah! How does my numpad work? Here we go. 291. 250. 1.16, so not a bad KD for an OKW player against a good Soviet player utilising some port weapon. It arguably could be better, to be honest. Points held, you can see how much they changed hands, to be honest. I thought it would have been in HelpingHans' favour most of the time. MVP units, for Hans, you've got to say, the Su-85 was definitely the one. I mean, it only died once, but it was all about that one that took out the King Tiger twice. 2 kills, both King Tigers. What a beautiful vehicle. And the skin looks arguably a bit less disgusting on that particular tank, so not too bad all in all. I'd like to thank you for watching. I'm not going to bother with an anti-spoiler screen. You know, that's what it would look like. if I were to deploy one, but I'm already at 105 minutes or whatever. Not 105 minutes. How does time work? 1 hour and but 6 minutes on the timer, so probably going to have to upload this baby. But thank you for watching, and thank you for partaking in my foray back into casting. I've had quite a hiatus. Let's just have a quick look at how long since my last video, because if it's under like 4 months, it's a bit embarrassing, to be honest, if I didn't wait long enough. I had it in the back of mind I'd probably make a foray back into it, but don't see it, don't look at that. I recorded a song for my girlfriend. That's embarrassing. It's on, you can't see it though. 1st of August. How does time work? It's now the 13th of January. August, September, October, November, December. 5 and a bit months. So that's respectable to make a comeback, I think. But as I say, thank you for watching, and look forward to my next video. I don't know when it'll be, but it'll be a lot sooner than last time. Thank you, and goodbye.